Hi everyone, this is just a short video to give you some tips for quiz 2. You'll see that that's due at the end of week 6 and that it's worth 20%. So obviously you want to give this your best shot. So here's just a few tips to help you along the way. The topic of that quiz you'll see is about active listening, reading and research. So really what it means is that this pertains to all the content covered in modules 4 and 5. So if you've completed all the readings and activities from those two modules, you'll be in a really good position to begin the quiz. So you'll remember in module 4 we looked at active listening and reading, so a lot of that was to do with effective note-taking skills. We also looked at paraphrasing and how that links to plagiarism, so anything to do with those topics could be assessed. And then in module 5 it's all about research skills and how to find and evaluate scholarly information. So again, we introduced you to a whole heap of strategies for how to go about those things, as well as some key resources that are available to you to help you with your research, and also some really important concepts that you can apply to the research process. So the good news is you've already completed a multiple choice quiz, and this is another multiple choice quiz. It's a bit different from quiz 1 though, in that the nature of the questions is perhaps a bit more academic, so you might have to think about some of these questions a little bit more. And it could be that there is more than one answer that actually sounds okay, so you have to just read the question carefully. There will be one answer which is by far the best answer. So again, it's not designed to be tricky. It really is about just honing in on some key concepts from modules 4 and 5. And hopefully this will help you with your learning, because these are really important things to know about for your academic writing subjects, for essay writing for university and technical writing for university. And a lot of these skills and strategies and concepts will be applied to your undergrad studies as well. So let's just have a quick look on Moodle to see what's what here. Of course, the course profile will set out when all of your assessment items are due. You'll see that quiz 2 is worth 20%, and as I said, due at the end of week 6. Now, if you're looking for the information literacy guide, and there's a hint there, that could be quite a useful thing to have beside you when you're doing this. We talked about this in module 5 as well, and you can actually access the guide from module 5. So that would be something that I'd have printed out and have beside me. It's a really good overview of a lot of the key concepts that we are covering in module 5 especially. And of course I would have my study guide beside me as well, in case you need to look up anything from modules 4 or 5. I don't really think you should have to go looking on the websites online so much for this particular quiz. I think if you have those two documents beside you, you should be pretty right if you need to check anything. And I would also have my notes from the activities as I've been completing them. I would have those notes in front of me as well, your responses to the activities as you've been going through them. Alright, so let's have a look then in the assessment block, and of course that's where you'll go to complete quiz 2 by clicking on that link. As with any assessment item, it's really important that you read the information about it and the instructions. You'll see that there are 40 questions, so obviously it's going to take you a bit longer than the first quiz. It says that you have 3 hours to do this, but honestly you shouldn't need anywhere near that. I'd allow a good hour. Set aside an hour of uninterrupted time if you can. It's not such a good idea to save the answers and try to come back to it later. I really wouldn't trust the technology that much. So basically, if you've completed all of modules 4 and 5, you'll be in a good position to do this, and it's all about reinforcing some key concepts, nothing there to be nervous about. So I do hope that you find that that's a worthwhile activity, and all the very best for quiz 2.